we're brought together here by two deans we all love. Good food and light beer from Miller. Hey, I want to take this opportunity myself to tell you. I tell you, under no respect.
Gaston, je dis saignant. Ici, elle est pas saignant down, don't you?
What is it? Meatloaf sandwich and a light.
Gentlemen, we all know and appreciate light has 1/3 less calories than a regular beer, and it's less filling.
But the best thing is it tastes great.
Less filling.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Deacon, pass the roll. Hey, Charlie, that's my beer.
No, this is by your brother.
This is my broccoli. That's my beer.
What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, Bubba, you want the peas?
Ooh, you gonna eat all that?
Just showing off.
Gentlemen, in closing, I'd like to think I speak for all of us when I say if it wasn't for light, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Hey, you're for power.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Kicking off now will be O'Donohue. He'll put it up for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As the Glasgow has dropped back center deep. Glasgow at the 4-yard line. To the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. And stop at the 24-yard line.
It might be a fumble. We'll see how they rule this. Might lost control of it. At least that's what some of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were saying. But nope, Colt football. Trading field goals. It's in the second quarter. Dallas and the 49ers are tied up. Wershing for the 49ers and Rafael Septien, 23 yards out. 10-0. Sipe a touchdown pass. Cocker off the field goal. Cleveland 10-0 over Kansas City.
Hardeman and Don McCauley are the setbacks now for Landry. Hardeman slices up to the 27-yard line for 3. It'll be second down, 7 yards to go. Richard Wood made the tackle. Kohler goes out of the ball game, and Randy Crowder replaces him now as the nose tackle in the 3-man line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, Oakland's going to have to do it again. They got behind in their first game. San Diego, 2 touchdown passes from Dan Fouts. San Diego 14-0.
Landry swings it out to Hardeman. But it is Mike Washington out there on the tackle, number 40.
Yeah, they're going to have to go downfield, Lindsey. It's going to be very tough to start throwing the ball in the flat with the way these linebackers and defensive secondary react to the football. They've got awful quick linebackers.
Natives are getting a little restless in the stands with their reaction to the play calling. With a loss of 2 yards on that completed pass in the left flank. 3rd and 9. Ben Garrett's gone in now in the backfield along with McCauley. As Hardeman has left off. Dowdy is being doubled to the right side along with Brian DeRue.
Well, the Colts put the first 17 points on the board, and Tampa Bay is stormed back. Look at that.
Landry is sacked.
Crowder is there. All 3 of them were there. Chambers, Leroy Selman, Randy Crowder.
4th down. The punting unit comes on, led by Bucky Dog.
Let's take a look. Here goes. Landry knows he's in trouble right here. There's number 60, Wally Chambers. From the opposite side, Leroy Selman, and Randy Crowder makes the tackle.
Wilson receives the punt, standing at his own 2, waiting for the snap, and Reese is standing at his own 39 to receive it. Danny Reese for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A high snap. Throw down by Bucky Dills, the left footer. He gets it off. Reese has it at his 46. He's at the 50. He's at the Tampa Bay 45, 44-yard line. Bob Van Dyne made the tackle. And when play is resumed, it'll be first down and 10 yards to go. For Tampa Bay, the ball is spotted near the 45-yard line of Baltimore.
I never worry about what brand name part my mechanic puts on my car. That doesn't make me a bad guy. I go to a professional mechanic I can trust, so I trust the parts he uses. He uses Mopar. It means nothing to me, but it means a lot to him. Mopar fits all American-made cars, foreign cars too, and they're used by professional mechanics all over the world. If the professional trusts Mopar, I trust Mopar. Does he make me happy? He makes it his business.
Trust your car to Mopar. Radio Shack has slashed the price on one of our top-of-the-line stereo systems. Right now, save $310 on this impressive realistic hi-fi. You get this quality AM/FM stereo receiver, a pair of realistic tower speakers, and this precision belt drive turntable, all for only $579. A great entertainment bargain and a beautiful addition to your home. The sale-priced realistic stereo system, just $579, only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, the CBS Sports Spectacular brings you action in the ring with Howard Davis. Action on the rink with top American skaters vying for national honors. Action on the road with the Italian Grand Prix. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on CBS. First down, 10 yards to go. Tampa Bay at the Baltimore 45-yard line. 12:36 to play. Jerry Eckwood. The U.S. Open Tennis Championship, the finals coming up now, right after the completion of this football telecast.
Chrissy Everett leads Tracy Austin in the first set 3-2. Right after CBS, we'll be going to New York. Pat Summerall, Tony Trabert. All-American final. Chrissy Everett, Lloyd, Tracy Austin, John McEnroe, Vitas Gerulaitis.
2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line. Bell and Eckwood are to step back. Doug Williams. Ricky Bell got to the 40-yard line. Red Cook made the tackle. It's 3rd and 5 now at the 40 for Tampa Bay. The Bucs lead in this ball game by a score of 20-17. Penalty marker on the play, and Williams is being consulted. Cal Lepore, the referee. Marked off against the Baltimore Colts down to the 39-yard line.
Offside, lining up in neutral zone, 3. Defense, 2nd down.
I guess that was Stan White, the linebacker, 53. Did he say 53 or 73?
Or 63.
Well,
got one of
63.
each.
Mike Barnes is 63.
2nd down and 4 at the 39. Eckwood got the first down. Red Cook pulled him down. Oh, maybe he didn't. The man with the stick was getting out of the way. No, he spotted him, so he didn't get the first down. It is at the 37-yard line.
Got a good block by Greg Roberts, the rookie guard from Oklahoma.
3rd down and a long 2 here.
Gordon Jones, number 84, checks in with the play. Oakland's on the board with the field goal. 2 touchdown passes by Dan Fouts for San Diego. Oh, he's gone.
Long, and he's gone. And backed in for a touchdown. Gordon Jones, while backward the defender. Gordon Jones took it in for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A 37-yard touchdown pass.
Well, I think it's the best play in football, Lindsey. 3rd and 1 to throw the football long. Everybody can be suckered with that play action. It wasn't that good a fake. But Gordon Jones with his great speed, the good quick release of Doug Williams, he just beats everybody. Number 44 was Lyle Blackwood. Now, that was not his man on coverage. He came from the offside.
So it's 26-17, a conversion attempt coming now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Neil O'Donohue is in there to try it. Blackwood will hold for it.
Lindsey, you know, we used to make a living on that play. O'Donohue blocked again.
Yes, blocked, deflected wide. It's no good.
I was going to say, Lindsey, we used to make a living on that play, 3rd and short. And I always kidded Bart, you know, now that he's the coach of the Packers, they don't use it too much. So next week, Tampa Bay won't have to worry about it too much. Here's O'Donohue, and it's blocked.
Boy, did I I saved money on this hat.
Yeah?
We smart shoppers compare prices.
Wish we could do that with our homeowner's insurance.
Compare with Allstate.
Compare?
Bring in your homeowner's policy and compare rates. Odds are Allstate might save you some money.
We can save you some money.
It does pay to compare.
Oh, it sure does. Love your hat. Oh.
Hey, where'd you get the hat?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
And that's a promise from us, the good hands people.
Nancy Hamilton will cross our path 8 times today. We're S-Mark. We own the companies that supply her peanut butter and turkeys, rubber gloves, and baby nurses, fertilizer, oil filters and motor oil, gasoline. We're S-Mark, a big company with a big stake in Nancy Hamilton and in you.
Neil O'Donoghue will kick off now. SB Glasgow is center deep. Gary has it. Ben Gary at the 6 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20, and Gary gets across the 25-yard line.
Here's another look at that 3rd and short. Now watch the play action. Everybody, even number 40, is coming from the outside. That's Bruce Laird, the safety man. Gordon Jones goes right down. Now, number 44 is Lyle Blackwood. He had to come from the far side, Lindsey. That's how wide open Gordon Jones was.
First down, 10 yards to go for Baltimore. The Colts have the ball at their own 27-yard line as Greg Landry brings them up. McCauley and Hardiman are the setbacks. Landry. Guru. Penalty marker thrown back at the line of scrimmage, and it's at the 38-yard line where DeRue took it, hit by Jarvis White.
Probably holding against Baltimore.
That's just what it is.
The ball's caught and he's gone.
And Miami might be 2 field goals or might be an extra point miss, but they've got a 6-0 lead over Seattle in the second quarter.
Ten-yard penalty puts the ball back to 17, makes it 1st and 20.
Holding 64. Offense, first down.
David Taylor. Brian DeRue far right. Ben Dowdy far to the left side. Greg Landry. And it's complete to McCauley. And Don McCauley goes out of bounds. As he got it to the 32, Jarvis White ran him out.
Taken out of bounds by Jarvis White.
An update. U.S. Open tennis following immediately on CBS. Chris Everett Lloyd 4, Tracy Austin 4. Oh, that's going to be a great match. 16 years old, Tracy Austin.
Second down, about 5 yards to go at the 32. McCauley. Driving for the sticks. He's got it. He's got the 1st and 10. Well,
They moved him out on the left side that time, Lindsey. Good blocking over there.
Bert Jones along the sideline, and he has watched this game from the sidelines today. He has a right shoulder injury. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. The Colts are trailing in the game with Tampa Bay out front 26-17. Landry. Selman. Leroy Selman.
Also on the tackle, Randy Crowder.
69 Wade Griffin, the left tackle, just having his hands full over there with Leroy Selman. Just a little bit too quick.
On to 11. 2nd and 21 at the 27.
There you go, Tampa Bay. 6 sacks today.
2nd and 21 at the 27-yard line. Landry. Deflected, incomplete. Up the middle. Deflected by Dewey Selman. 3rd and 21 at the 27.
Roger Carr hasn't seen any action today. Ken Huff, fine right guard of the Colts, has been out. Joe Washington has not played a down. Told me today it hurt him. It was swollen a little bit, but he thought he could play.
Giroux comes to the right side double with Glenn Dowdy.
Watch your feedback.
Safety blitz.
Again. Mike Washington got to him. Punting unit is coming on, led out there by Bucky Dilts.
I guess literally you call that a cornerback blitz. Mike Washington plays the right corner on that defense of Tampa Bay, but it's, in effect, it's the same thing as the safety blitz. Instead of safety goes over and plays the corner when Washington blitzes.
Loss of 11. Dilts to kick.
Dilts to kick, and Danny Reese has dropped back to receive it. Reese is standing on his own 40-yard line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who figure to get good field position once again out of this exchange. Reese has it at his 42, 45 to his 47-yard line. Where Tampa Bay starts 1st and 10. Ozdowski made the tackle. So with 8 minutes 55 left, it's 26-17.
Some guys never learn. They're still taking it on the chin. Gotcha. Norelco offers the Norelco rotary razor. Not 1 or 2 blades, but 36 blades. Inside 3 adjustable floating heads. And a unique shaving angle for a very close shave without a nick or cut. So say hello to the Norelco rotary razor. And say goodbye to Gotcha.
Take care of your car at Kmart.
Your Kmart Automotive Center has the answer to your muffler problem. The zinc-coated, double-wrapped Kmart Arrestor muffler. Have it installed by Kmart, and if anything goes wrong, they'll replace it free, as long as you own your American-made car. The Arrestor. Zinc-coated and double-wrapped like the best. And best of all, Kmart price. Get it at Kmart Automotive Centers across the USA, where quality auto products are Kmart priced.
This young man took a summer job in this plush resort hotel, but he never expected this. It's The Last Resort, premiering Wednesdays this fall on CBS.
First and 10 for Tampa Bay at their own 47. Doug Williams has thrown 21 passes, completed 10, 182 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's sending Morris Owens far to the left side. He's got Johnny Davis and Jerry Eckwood as the setbacks in an I formation. Eckwood got it across to the 49-yard line of Baltimore.
Well, they're
just made the tackle.
They're content maybe to run up a few first downs here, take some time off that clock.
Whatever it is.
That's Dolly Parton Jr., I think. See some Nashville down in your area.
Second down and 6 yards to go at the 49-yard line. Morris Owens again to the left side. Ricky Bell and Eckwood. Williams. Eckwood's intercepted. And being returned now by Sandy Shiver. First and 10 for the Colts, and they have the ball at their own 36-yard line.
Mistake by Doug Williams that time. To avoid the sack, he threw it up for grabs, Lindsey. He should not have thrown this pass. Here's play action. Ricky Bell goes to the right to block. He's going to try to hit Jerry Eckwood down the sidelines. He was off balance. It's up for grabs. Number 54, Sanders Shiver, comes up with an interception. He's pointing for blocking help, and from behind, Eckwood makes the tackle.
Colts are trailing by 9 as they have the ball with 8 minutes, 3 seconds left to play in the game. Greg Landry steps up, flips it out there, although the whistle had blown. He was in the grasp of Leroy Selman, and the rules this year say if he's in the grass, blow the whistle.
And the key to it, Lindsay, is exactly what you said. This year. Last year, he probably would have got away with that little flip. But soon as the quarterback is in the grasp of the defensive lineman or linebacker, they're going to blow the whistle. It's dead. And Tracy Austin going in front of Chris Everett Lloyd in the first set. Remember, U.S. Open tennis right after this football game.
2nd and 13 at the 33-yard line for Baltimore. Greg Landry.
Selman. He's unreal, Lindsay. He is unreal. And number 69, the offensive left tackle, Wade Griffin, the 3-year veteran from Mississippi, is just shaking his head. Watch how quick Selman comes into view. Before he even sets up, Selman's there. He beats the quarterback back to the set.
3rd and 13 now at the 33-yard line. Danny Reese is coming to the secondary as they set up 5 back there.
You know, it's not so tough. They've only, most of the time, they're only in a 3-man rush, Lindsay. The offensive back, Greg Landry ought to tell one of them, help out Wade on the left side. Help with Leroy.
Landry again. Giroux. Giroux to the 50, to the 45, Giroux to the 40, to the 35, and Giroux is on his way. Can they cut across? He got in for the touchdown. Brian Giroux all the way for the TD.
And we've got ourselves a ball game. That little pass that Doug Williams should have taken the sack, has given Baltimore a chance, and they come back, and here's Greg Landry finally throwing downfield. Billy Giroux, a rookie from Redlands University, gets free from Curtis Jordan on the one tackle. There's a good block. That was Glenn Dowdy, and Giroux goes down the sidelines, and he barely gets in. He's running out of gas here, Lindsay. Jarris White barely gets him, but not in time.
67 yards on the pass play. 26-23 with a conversion attempt coming now. Tony Lenhart with Landry, another one, and it is blocked. It is blocked, although it came back to Lenhart. The rules state when it's blocked, the play is over. Conversion is no good, and the score is 26-23.
Well, that's a big conversion block now. Puts it back to 3. Tampa Bay by 3. We've had 3 extra points blocked. And this time, I think it was Leroy Selman in the middle there.
He can't run it. Landry comes off the field now as Baltimore will kick off, of course, and they're trailing by 3. U.S. Open Tennis Championship.
Tracy Austin broke serve of Chris Everett Lloyd here in the first set. Remember, we're going right up to New York to give you a great view of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships. And Tracy Austin, the little 16-year-old, is giving Chris Everett all she wants right now in that first set.
Tony Lenhart will kick it off now for the Baltimore Colts.
And I guess speaking from the male point of view, too, I think John McEnroe is playing Venus Gerolaitis also. Yes, he is. You got a little excited there when I see that youngster with it.
George Ragsdale is center deep.
And we've got a barn burner right here.
Ragsdale at the 1-yard line. He's at the 5-10. Ragsdale to the 15-half. He's at the 20-yard line. So, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 7 minutes, 4 seconds left to play in the game. Ben Gary was downfield, make the tackle on special teams. And now Williams is sent out there by John McKay, the head coach of the Buccaneers.
Well, that's something that young Doug Williams will learn. You've got to, what they have, a 9-point lead? Yes, they had a 9-point lead. They had the football, good field position. Don't throw it up for Brad. Don't give them a chance to come back. Change the whole momentum around, and Baltimore wants that football back.
Fans are alive here now at Memorial Stadium, and Doug Williams says he can't hear the snap. So Cal Laporte pulls him down and is whispering something into his ear.
You know what he's saying? If you can, Doug, get the first play off. If we can get the first play off, they're going to calm down a little bit. Bennett game right here, not only one, but a lot of them, Lindsay, where you just couldn't call the play.
I've been here to witness some of those, and you're right. The fans don't get any quieter. No. They become participants along about this time. They've been known to keep this up for quite a while.
There it comes at the 20-yard line. Use a quick count.
This is Eckwood, Jerry Eckwood. Out to the 23-yard line for 3 yards. It'll be
Jerry
37.
Eckwood carrying Herb Orvis on the tackle.
All Tampa Bay had to do in their last possession, Lindsay, was make a couple of first downs. Maybe possibly a field goal, and it probably would have been over. But right now we've got, going right down to the wire. Baltimore's going to get their hands on that football again. Plenty of time.
Second down and 7 yards to go. High formation. Eckwood to the 26. 2 running plays to gain 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4. It was Fred Cook on the tackle. Clock is running with 6 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in this game.
And also on the bottom of that pile, number 54, Sanders Shivers. Sanders Shivers. Woodrow Lowe scored about a 30-yard run. San Diego easily in front of Oakland now, second quarter.
Right here, Tampa Bay is leading 26-23 on the 3rd and 4. Davis and Eckwood are the running back.
This is incomplete. If they don't make it, you're going to hear a roar.
Leave it on the ground. Eckwood trying to turn the corner and can't. Baltimore defense closes him off. Fred Cook. But there again, along with Fernandez. That'll bring the punting unit on. The Baltimore Colts will get the ball very shortly. Colts fans.
The Colts are motivated.
Tom Blanchard back to do the punting. Nesby Glasgow has retreated to his 34-yard line to receive it for Baltimore.
If they go for the block, Lindsay, they got 10 men up on that line of scrimmage. They're going for the block. Here they come.
Got it off. Glasgow moves up, calls for a fair catch, and makes it. His own man was underneath him. So it'll be put in play 1st and 10 at his 44-yard line.
That came within an eyelash of being blocked. Blanchard does a beautiful job here, Lindsay. He can feel the pressure. He does it a little bit quicker. 1-2 steps. He's usually a 3-step kicker. Number 47 of the Colts almost got a finger on it. That's Larry Brazil.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hardeman and McCauley are the setbacks. Landry dropping back. The pitch was a screen right, taken by McCauley. Charlie started waiting for his screen to move, and he goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Lewis ran him out. Gain of 2 on the screen right, makes it 2nd and 8.
Good play by Lewis. He just stuffed Ron Baker, the right guard, played him off, and knocked McCauley out of bounds.
The Baltimore Colts are trailing by 3 points. We have 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the game as Greg Landry calls the next play. He has quarterbacked Baltimore all day long. Burt Jones has not played.
So Washington has it.
Hardeman. Across to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 Baltimore at the Tampa Bay 45. Curtis Jordan finally brought him down.
Well, they can smell it now, Lindsay. There goes the left guard, Robert Pratt. Hardeman cuts back inside and just breaks a couple of tackles for the first down. Good running by Don Hardeman. Landry is 19 out of 32 for 171 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Dowdy to the left side and Brian DeRue to the right side. Landry to DeRue. He's turned out and he goes down the sideline to the vicinity of the 35-yard line. David Lewis bounced him out there.
Brian DeRue, rookie from Redlands University, with his second catch here. And Landry's really pumping them up now.
Spotted at the 36-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 2 yards to go.
you've got to keep in mind to get off the football in a hurry. Don't want any sacks under this situation, Lindsey, when it's the passing system.
Hardeman's got the first down. And he's all the way to the 30-yard line. Jarris White made the tackle. But the Baltimore Colts are moving the ball now against the Tampa Bay defense. Keep in mind that Baltimore is trailing by 3.
Well, the running attack for about 3 quarters was kind of dormant, Lindsey. They weren't making too many yards, and now they've just knocking it right down Tampa Bay's throat.
3 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in this game. Dowdy to the left side. DeRue to the right side. Hardeman and McCauley are the setbacks. McCauley gains 5 right down to the 25-yard line. They use him up to touch the 5. Leroy Selman brought him down, but it's 2nd and 5.
Hardeman 56 yards and 16 attempts.
Baltimore Colts in possession as the clock is moving down toward the 2-minute warning. We now have exactly 2 minutes, 59 seconds left to play in this game. 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Hardeman moves to the 24-yard line. Randy Crowder made the tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and 4.
And
24.
I was going to say a long 3, and it's exactly right, Lindsey. About 4 yards to go. They need a better part of 3. Let's see where they're marking. Yep. 4 yards for the first down. They got Tony Linhart.
They're bringing Ben Gary in there now. He's a 209-pounder. They've been bringing him in on short yardage. Clock is running with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the game.
You think those 2 extra points, Neil O'Donoghue, that was blocked. It's a big difference in this football game right now.
You bet.
And even Baltimore had 1 block.
McCauley and Gary. And Landry's back to throw. Over the middle and is taken by Gary. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And we have reached the 2-minute warning with the ball at the 19-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go for Baltimore. So the automatic timeout that comes with the 2-minute warning. Baltimore trails by 3. They have it 1st and 10 at the Tampa 19.
It's official. Ford's answer to rebates, the largest incentives ever available to its dealers. The biggest clearance offer in Ford history just got bigger. See your Ford dealer and discover how many hundreds of dollars you can save on new trimmer LTDs, Mustang pace car replicas, elegant Thunderbirds, top V8 pickups, vans, Broncos, Rancheros. Compare the total Ford deal with any other. You may well find it's the best value overall.
You know, trying to run a Major League Baseball club isn't all fun and games.
The pressure's always on. And for guys like us, there's no off-season.
So when you wheel and deal as much as we do, you can't afford to get filled up.
That's why we drink light beer from Miller. It's got a 1/3 less calories than their regular beer, and it tastes great, too.
How about that trade? How about throwing in Bud Harrelson?
Let's see, Bud Harrelson, Gates Brown, and Mudcat Grant.
Right, the 2 Blue Powells and a Ferris Payne.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
I want a Frank Malzone.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning in Baltimore. John McKay looks on. Landry for Baltimore has attempted 34, completed 21 for 186 yards. Landry has completed 4 straight in this drive.
Remember, U.S. Open tennis coming right up. Tracy Austin, holy mackerel, won the first set, leads 3-0 in the second set.
1st and 10 to 19 for the Baltimore Colts, who trail by 3 points. Landry, short drop and puts it up long to DeRue. And it is incomplete. Almost intercepted by Jarris White in the end zone. It would have been a touchback had he done that.
Landry was pretty lucky then. It was almost a desperation throw into the end zone. Jarris White, they had him double covered back there. I think it's in the game of inches. Here's the play action again. He's got to really throw in a hurry here. Well, he really didn't have to throw in a hurry. I thought he was pressured. Jarris White had a chance for the interception. It would have been a great interception, but it did hit his hands.
Now, thanks to spotter Ron Thomas, statistician John Schneider for their work here today. It is 2nd down and 10 at the 19 for Baltimore. 5 receivers left and right.
Safety blitz. Here it comes.
Hardeman. Nowhere to go, and he is thrown for a loss at the 22-yard line by David Lewis.
Well, they shot the gaps with everybody.
3rd and 13 at the 22.
57, David Lewis, getting up very slowly, moving that left arm, got popped. They don't want to lose him in this situation. Says he's all right.
Here is a Tampa Bay timeout. Stops the clock with 1 minute 35 seconds left to play in this game. So when play is resumed, Baltimore will have the ball. 3rd and 13 at the 22, trailing by 3.
I learn a lot about this hotel by walking around like a guest.
Meet Carl Hurd, manager of Ramada O'Harian in Chicago. He puts a lot of emphasis on people. He even lives here in his own apartment. And because this Ramada is also Carl Hurd's home, travelers find it's a nice place for them to live, too.
Nice people taking care of nice people. Ramada, all over the world.
You often see the Firestone 721 steel-belted radial on TV, but you don't often see Firestone's top-line radial on sale. But now it is. Now you can buy Firestone 721 radials for as low as $39.95. You get the Firestone 721 steel-belted radial, you get white walls, and you get real savings at Firestone stores. Oh, and remember, you can charge them, too. But be sure to get them before September 15th, because that's when the 721 sale ends.
3rd down play now. Landry puts it up to the end zone, and it is incomplete as Dowdy was overthrown.
He threw it away.
And it'll be 4th down coming now. And coming in to attempt the field goal, which if good will tie the score, is Tony Linhart.
Let's see, the ball's placed at what, 22?
20, between the 21 and 2.
They're going to place it down about to 20. It'll be a 38-yard field goal, well within his range.
Just about 38.
Well, Lindsay, you and I had an overtime game last week in New Orleans. Let's get ready if he puts it through. Maybe, huh?
Just might. Just might. It's going to be a 38-yarder. You're right. Landry is holding for Linhart. If it's good, it'll tie the score. Long enough and high enough and good enough, and the score is tied. Baltimore 26, Tampa Bay 26. Holy mackerel. 26 seconds left to play in the game here at Baltimore. The Colts have come back.
How do you spell relief?
When I get acid indigestion, I spell relief R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Rolaids spells relief. Clinical tests prove with Rolaids you get relief Tums can't beat. That's right, relief Tums can't beat. In fact, relief no other leading antacid can beat. How do you spell relief?
For heartburn, I know. R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Relief no other leading antacid can beat.
Linhart has teed the ball up. He's checking it now on the tee at the 35. He'll kick it off to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and of course, Tampa Bay has to defend against the onside kick possibility here.
I think he'll kick it deep. Boy, what a difference those extra points makes. Tampa Bay's had 2 blocks. Baltimore's had 1.
He's going deep, and the deep men are on the 20. They're retreating in a hurry. Taken back there by Ragsdale. He's back to the 19-yard line.
Great tackle by Larry Brazil on the special teams. There he is.
So you see the clock in step. The time remaining to be played in this game.
We've got a Tampa Bay.
Ragsdale, I think it is, who returned that kickoff, is still down.
Brazil being congratulated. That's a big tackle. It's got him back inside the 20. Here it is. Let's see if we can pick it up. Ragsdale, I don't think he sees. Watch from the left of your screen now. Larry Brazil right there. Ragsdale didn't even see him. Gave him a good pop. Lucky to hang on to the football, especially, Lindsay, when you get blindsided like that.
However, he is up and off the field under his own power, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers see what they can do about moving the ball to within field goal range. They have 1 minute, 22 seconds to see what they can do about that. They have the ball at their own 19. Doug Williams, who one of the strongest arms in professional football, is the quarterback bringing him up. He's got Ricky Bell, and he has got Jerry Eckwood. We've got 2 minutes it out to Ricky Bell at the 20-25. 30 heads for the sideline to stop the clock. Got it across to the 32-yard line before Doug Nettles ran him out.
Big play by Doug Williams that time. He picked up the blitz well. He had Ricky Bell running just a little play in the right flat right here, and he picked it up real well. He's wide open in the right flat. Nobody's out there covering. He only had a cornerback, and he's got to go back with the flanker, and Bell picks up the first down.
First and 10 now. Tampa Bay at their 32. 1 minute, 16 seconds left to play. A score tied. 26-26. Doug Williams. Wants to let it out this time, and he does. Uh-oh. Contact penalty marker. Penalty marker. It was Isaac Hagen.
Dwight Harrison got up right away and pointed to Isaac Hagen. Let's see who they call it against.
Calling against Baltimore, I guess, because of what happened. As you saw Harrison, he just simply hit the deck on his back.
That's why
I don't believe it.
That's why a quarterback's very smart to throw the ball long under that circumstance, Lindsey, when you got a man-on-man, because if there's any bumping, most of the time they're going to give it to the offense. And he just lets it fly down the left side to Isaac Hagen. Right there, they're both looking up. Now, Hagen ran into the cornerback, Harrison, but he wasn't relinquishing a chance to get to the football.
First and 10 now at the 35-yard line, just inside the 35. Tampa Bay has the ball. Clock says 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining to be played. Isaac Higgins was the intended receiver. Baltimore fans are unhappy with that call. Ricky Bell and Jerry Eckwood are in an I formation. And now Williams has the ball. Looks for Higgins, but throws long instead into the end zone. Beyond the end line, it's incomplete. Morris Owens there, but across the end line. Blackwood and Nettles rode him right across. Incompleted, and you see the time in set. 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining to be played.
He just looked around, saw everybody was covered, said, I'll take a shot, just whipped it 60 yards out of the end zone. There it is, U.S. Open tennis coming up immediately following this barn burner right here. Tracy Austin in command right now.
Ball has been respotted squarely on the 35-yard line. There's a second down and 10 yards to go.
They don't need a home run, Lindsey. All they need is a field goal. Just get a little bit closer.
Well, he didn't have to throw it across the sidelines anyway. It was Jerry Eckwood juggling it.
I was going to say it would have been a great catch.
Would have been a great catch had he been able to control it before he went outside.
They need to get a little bit closer for a field goal attempt. He went for the home run, wasted it. And now with that incompletion, the big third down coming up for the youngster from Grambling.
This is the play, and it's being brought in by Morris Owens right there. He has brought it in. The clock says 58 seconds left to play. Score tie. Tampa Bay 26, Baltimore 26.
All they got to do is run a turn in. It'll be open against that Baltimore zone. Double coverage on the left side here.
Now, the whistle stops play. Passed out into the flat to Ricky Bell, but there was a penalty. And the whistle stopped play before the pass. Apparently the penalty is against Tampa Bay. Illegal procedure. It'll cost them 5. It'll be 3rd and 15 at the 40-yard line. So still now. A big third down play coming for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
False start. Move them before the snap. The whistle killed the play. 75. Offense still third down.
Dave Revis. Gordon Jones far to the right side. Isaac Higgins far to the left side. Incomplete to his tight end, Jimmy Giles.
Well, they went to the home run. The first play got him in trouble, Lindsey. All they needed was maybe a first down. Instead, he goes for the home run on 2 out of the 3 plays. Here goes Doug Williams back. The first one was a 60-yard flip out of the end zone, incomplete. Then he goes over on the left side. Now he goes down the middle to Jimmy Giles. Just barely hit him right on the hand. Couldn't control it. And they're going to have to punt.
Bill Nelson talking to his quarterback there. Punting unit is in. Tom Blanchard is back to do the kicking. Nobody deep. Nobody deep at all. They're willing to take their chances. The Colts are deep. They let it go, and it's hitting on the 10 and down into the 5. It's going to be down at the 1-yard line, the 1.5. I don't know what Stan White was doing exactly, but the ball is taken over 1st and 10.
Now, Lindsey, offensive linemen, they better be aware of one thing. If for some reason here, one of those linemen, if they call a pass down here, which is very unlikely, they better not be caught holding in the end zone. That is a penalty that would give Tampa Bay 2 points.
Exactly.
Any infraction in the end zone by the offensive team is a safety.
It is, in fact. You see the time remaining, 41 seconds. And it's down here in the oh-so-careful territory as Tampa Bay is looking toward the sideline. And now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have called a timeout. They get straightened out about their defense.
The reason I say that, I was talking to Eddie LeBaron last week, and I think he threw a 99-yard touchdown pass one time when Eddie was the quarterback of the Redskins, and one of his tackles was caught holding in the end zone. And it was brought back from a touchdown to 2 points safety.
That's exactly what happened.
In fact, it happened last week in one of the games.
Keep in mind that when this is over now, we'll be going to the U.S. Open Tennis Championship.
And Tracy Austin has won the first set 6-4. She leads Chris Efford-Lloyd in the second set 3-2. And then following that immediately will be John McEnroe against Vitas Gerulaitis for the men's championship.
Right here, we're on a 26-26 tie with 41 seconds left to play. 1st and 10 Baltimore at the 1.5-yard line. Now, penalty marker is thrown. Offside.
Holy mackerel, what a big break that was. He must have made contact. I'll put it right out to the 6.5.
Encroachment, nose man on the defense, making contact with the center, 1st down.
Let's see, that's Bill Kohler. He's right in front of the umpire right there. There he goes. He moved forward, and he must have made contact there. You see the flag.
Landry just hits the deck right there. Clock is running. 32 seconds left to play.
Tampa Bay does not have any more timeouts left, so we're going to be going into overtime, folks.
Ball is at the 6-yard line.
What do we have? 2 overtimes last week in the NFL. The Jets lost one in overtime to Cleveland. New Orleans lost to Atlanta.
40-34.
40-34. And we've got an overtime coming up for you right here.
2 seconds, 1 second. There it is. We'll be going into overtime. The procedure, the captains meet with the officials. They flip the coin to see who kicks off, who receives. We wait 3 minutes. And then when play resumes, the first team that scores by any means is the winner. In regular season play, the limit of sudden death overtime is 1 quarter. We'll get the flip of the coin. Right now, Cal Lepore still has a coin. He's trying to check it over there. Cal, there it is. There it is.
Okay, men, red again. The head is red, tail is pale. Who's going to call for Tampa Bay? What are you going to call it? Calls tails? Calls tails, calls tails. And his heads. Baltimore wins the toss. Defend the goal. This is it. Okay. You're okay as you are. You are, stay. Baltimore wins the toss. Elects to receive. That's it, man. Have a good one.
Oh.
Let's go again.
We've had a good one already, Cal. We're just going to have more of this one.
Tough situation. Play 60 minutes, and sometimes flip of the coin means everything, right? Get a hold of that football, move it down, kick a field goal, and go home.
And sometimes it just doesn't work that way.
Right.
You often see the Firestone 721 steel-belted radial on TV, but you don't often see Firestone's top-line radial on sale. But now it is. Now you can buy Firestone 721 radials for as low as $39.95. You get the Firestone 721 steel-belted radial, you get white walls, and you get real savings at Firestone stores. Oh, and remember, you can charge them, too. But be sure to get them before September 15th, because that's when the 721 sale ends.
Radio Shack has slashed the price on one of our top-of-the-line stereo systems. Right now, save $310 on this impressive realistic hi-fi. You get this quality AM/FM stereo receiver, a pair of realistic tower speakers, and this precision belt drive turntable, all for only $579. A great entertainment bargain and a beautiful addition to your home. The sale price realistic stereo system, just $579, only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
I was thinking about buying one of those new compacts. $4,700. Or maybe a little import. Over $5,700. But then I had a better idea. Ford Fairmont. As much as $1,300 less with lots of standard features. 5-passenger room for the family. Great gas mileage.
The kind you need today.
And handsome styling.
Every minute of every working day, someone chooses Fairmont's remarkable combination of values. Sedans, wagons, Futuras, America's proven value.
We're about set to go into overtime here at Baltimore's Memorial Stadium. Bill Nelson talking to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I beg your pardon. There is Bill Nelson with John McKay. And it will be Tampa Bay kicking off.
Well, the Colts have been in some good overtime games I can remember. How about the first sudden death? Maybe really the game that brought the golden age of football, I guess, in the 50s. That Giants victory with Alan Amici slashing off the right side. Steve Meyer kicking the field goal to put it in overtime, the championship game.
1958, Yankee Stadium in New York.
What a game. You think there weren't some horses in that football game. Leonidas, Lenny Moore, Gifford, Connolly. And, of course, we had Green Bay Packers had an overtime game with Baltimore in the playoffs. That's why you see these goalposts extended up about 30 feet. I thought Don Chandler made a beautiful kick, but the Colts said it was wide by 4 feet.
We had one last year in Green Bay that ended in a 10-10 tie because nobody scored in the full quarter of sudden death play.
And last week, Don Cockcroft kicked a field goal with only 15 seconds left in the overtime period to win it for Cleveland over New York.
O'Donohue will kick off. Nesby Glasgow is deep, flanked by Gary and McCauley for the Baltimore Colts as we start sudden death overtime. Clock does not start till the ball is touched in the field of play, and it is not going to be run out. It's a touchback. It'll be put in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. All rules applicable to the final 2 minutes of play in the first half and the second half are applicable to overtime play.
And, folks, if you're wondering which team has the edge as far as the wind is concerned,
there isn't any.
There isn't any. So usually a field goal would be very, very important which team would have the wind at their back, but these flags are straight up and down.
1st and 10 now for the Baltimore Colts. They held the ball at their own 20-yard line. Greg Landry, a quarterback throughout. Bert Jones has not played because of an injury. McCauley. For 2 yards to the 22. Will make it 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Cecil Johnson made the stop for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, of course, hope to use their vaunted defense to hold, get the football in good field position. On the other hand, Baltimore hopes to move downfield to get within field goal range.
You know, a point I haven't said all week, all day, is Baltimore has been running off to the left side. They're running right at Leroy Selman. Now, when you get a great defensive lineman, it's much better off, like Leroy, to run at him. If you run away from him, he'll come from behind the play and catch it. Run right at him, put the pressure on him.
Landry swings it out left. Hardeman loses his balance and takes a 2-yard pass on the completed play.
You see Selman that time putting pressure on Landry again.
Mike Washington there on the stop. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Baltimore at the 20. If they have to kick from down here, of course, it would give Tampa Bay excellent field position. Clock is is running with 13 minutes, 48 seconds remaining to be played in this sudden death period.
They'll use the draw all day long.
Gary's in the left set. McCauley's in the right set for Landry. Greg Landry. And his arm is hit. Ball is down. Campbell is on. Tampa Bay recovers the loose ball at the 14-yard line.
That looked like his arm was going forward to me, Lindsey.
I thought the same thing. And if his arm goes forward, it's a pass play. However, look at it.
Let's take another look. Here's Greg Landry goes back to throw it. He steps up into the pocket. Randy Crowder, number 71. I don't know if he had the football. Let's take another look at it. Now, Landry thinks it may be a fumble. You can see how he looks around. Let's run it right back for you, right here. You see Randy Crowder, 71. He grabs. Arm has to be going forward. Comes back. It is not going forward. Good call.
Good call and a correct call. It was a loose ball, and it was recovered for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have the ball at the 14-yard line.
Chris Erskine, David Fox down the truck doing their job right on top of it.
31-yard field goal. If good, it ends the ball game right here. Neil O'Donoghue with Blanchard holding. They're going to go for it right here. A 31-yarder. O'Donoghue boots it, and O'Donoghue's 31-yard field goal is good. The ball game is over. 13 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the overtime period. 29-26.
Tampa Bay is undefeated.
The undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we're through the second game of the season. It has never happened before to Tampa Bay. Next week they'll be in Green Bay, and we'll be there as well. And many of you in the Tampa Bay area will be seeing that one right here on CBS.
There's the hero right there in the overtime, Neil O'Donoghue with that pressure field goal. John McKay said, no, sir, we're not going to handle the football or even try to get it in for 6 or even closer. Neil, take over.
Final score, Tampa Bay 29, Baltimore 26. Stay tuned for U.S. Open tennis coverage after this word from your local station.